YouTube, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best way to start the FC26 web app. We are going to be looking at everything from choosing your starter nation, what kits and badges to take. We'll also be looking at what SBCs you should be doing, what packs you should be opening, what objectives to be completing, also how to trade and make some coins. Before we get into all of that, we first have to look at the release dates. When is the web app coming out? For the dates, we're going to head over to Twitter and look at this tweet here from Foot Reveal. Going through the key dates, we have September 8th rating reveal. EA will start releasing some of the ratings, and then September 12th, we get the full database with all the cards on the game. And then this is where it gets interesting. September 17th, we are getting the web app, and along with the web app, Team of the Week 1 will be released. Usually the day after that, we get the companion app, and then the day after that, on Friday, will be Ultimate Edition. If you got the Ultimate Edition version of the game, you will get early access, and then September 26th, everyone that got the Standard Edition will be able to play the game. Now, this graphic right here kind of displays everything perfectly, so if you want to remember all the dates for yourself, you could just take a screenshot of this right here. Everything is listed out perfectly with the exact day of the week as well. All right, so now we know September 17th, that is when the web app starts. So here we go. This is the web app, September 17th. You're going to want to be right here. Now, the timing of the web app release, EA never come out and say, oh, it's getting released at this time exactly. And they don't do that because if they gave an exact time, everyone would try to get onto the web app at the exact same moment, and their servers wouldn't be able to handle it. Even when they release the web app without telling the exact time, their servers still can't handle it. It is always a struggle. So understand, on the 17th, when you're trying to get into the web app, you're going to keep having to log in. It's going to be a pain in the butt, but don't get too discouraged. We're all going to be going through the same issue. Now, the usual release time is around content drop. So for me, content drop on the game is 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you live in England, it is 6 p.m. And the release of the web app is usually around that time. It could be an hour before, it could be 10 minutes before, it could be even maybe 5 minutes after. It's just usually around that time when the web app gets released. Now, once we get closer to the date, we might get more information on the exact timing of the release. There might be some rumors or leaks, but for now, I would just expect it to be released around content drop. Also, just a heads up, I will be live during the FC26 web app release. I'll be here on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok. So if you guys have any questions, you need help logging into the web app, maybe you need a link for the web app, just join the live stream. I will likely be live all day trading and helping you guys out. Once you have finally gotten into the web app, what are you going to do? The first thing that's going to pop up is choosing your starter nation. Now, when you pick your starter nation on this game, you should not be picking it based on what you want to build your team around. Hello, Teddy from the future here. It actually looks like the choose your nation starter pack is no longer going to be a nation now. It will be a choose your league starter pack. And if we're looking at it, it's Premier League, Serie A, Liga, La Liga, Bundesliga, and the MLS. And then it's also their female counterpart league. Now, because of this, honestly, I think you can go with whatever you want. I think most people are just going to end up going with Premier League or La Liga. But there's one point that some people are making, and that's the Serie A, the Italian league. The female version of it really doesn't have like any teams. So if you chose the Italian league, you're really just going to be getting men. There's not many females for you to get, but that's going to be your decision to make. Personally, I'm either going Premier League or La Liga. But again, with these starter packs, it's really nothing you should stress about. All the players you get from the starter pack, you're really just going to end up using in SBCs. None of these players are going to be significant. You're going to keep them in your team for a while. Don't stress about this too much. One quick thought I have on this, you actually might want to choose Premier League, because if we're going based off of SBCs with this starter pack, there's a decent chance that marquee matchups on Thursday, the top SBC squad is going to be Premier League, because there's a lot of big games that following weekend. You're going to have the Merseyside Derby, Liverpool versus Everton, I believe Chelsea versus Manchester United, and Arsenal versus Man City. So if we're thinking about it SBC wise, Premier League might be your best bet. Now, after you choose your starter nation, you're going to have to go through and choose your kits and your badges. Choosing your kits and badges is actually extremely important. You're going to want to choose kits and badges that are gold rare. The reason why you do this is because the kits and badges that you choose are tradable. So if you go and choose a bronze badge or bronze kit, it's going to quick sell for basically nothing. But if you choose a gold kit, a gold badge, you get 2 kits and 1 badge. That's going to be almost 1,500 coins right there. You can see the Spain jersey quick sells for 485 coins. This is honestly one of the most important tips for the web app because there's not a lot of areas for you to actually get coins. So if you don't pick the correct kits and badges, you might screw yourself and you're not going to be able to do basically anything on the web app. Once you've chosen everything, there's a couple things you want to be going through, and that's going to be the SBCs in the store. I would start off with the store. We should be getting welcome backpacks. Now, hopefully some of these are tradable, and if they're tradable, you want to open them and sell everything in the pack. If it doesn't sell on the market, quick sell it. We need as many coins as we can possibly get as quick as possible on the web app. Obviously, everything untradeable you can keep, but the tradable stuff, make sure you are selling it. Now, obviously, if you pack a massive player, you know, it could happen. I packed Cristiano Ronaldo day 1 of the web app a couple years ago. Big players, you want to keep them. They're usually very cheap at the start of the web app. And then when the game comes out, people can play the game. They spend money on FC points, a lot of coins get injected onto the market. Cards tend to go up in price. So big players, hold them, but all the junk, make sure you're selling it. After you go through the store, you're going to want to check out the SBCs. This is going to be interesting. I really wouldn't expect too much from it. You're going to have to do the foundations 1 section. You're going to have to complete that to be able to go through and actually do all the other SBCs. So get that done. It should be really easy. But after that, you have all of these other SBCs that you're going to be able to do. And it's very likely, you can see right here that everything's just going to be untradeable. And if it's untradeable, do not spend coins completing untradeable SBCs. It's a complete waste of your coins. Avoid doing that. If some of these SBCs do give tradable rewards, 100%, we're going to want to work towards completing them. Just to show you guys, these are those hybrid league, hibernation, league and nation hybrid SBCs. All the rewards for these SBCs were untradeable this year. So I really wouldn't expect the SBCs on the web app to be tradable. So we're probably just going to avoid actually completing these while on the web app. When the game actually comes out, 100% go through and complete these. Also, just a little tip, all these things that we just did, you want to do as quickly as you possibly can. Time is money on the web app, and as time goes by, the web app gets a little dead, and there's really just not much you can do. Most of the coins are going to be made in the first 1 to 2 hours of the web app, and then that's it. Now let's get into the juice, the real tip. How do you make 50,000 coins, 100,000 coins in the first day of the web app? There are usually some tricks, usually some methods that we discover within the first 5, 10 minutes, an hour, anything like that. Now, we don't know what the best method is going to be because obviously the web app isn't out yet. We don't know what we're going to get for SBCs, objectives, store packs. That's why you should join the live stream every single year. We always figure out what the best method is, and we make a ridiculous amount of coins. So make sure if you want to make a lot of coins on the FC26 web app, you join the live stream. But just to go through some of the ideas and ways we've made coins in the past, obviously, I shouldn't even have to say this, do your premium gold preview pack, but bronze packs. We've seen it in the past where SBCs require a certain position and everyone was going and completing that specific SBC that came out. So a method that was ridiculously overpowered was opening bronze packs. Anytime we got, I believe it might have been right mid, right wing, or left mid, left wing. Anytime you got a player like that, they were selling for like 800 coins. It was ridiculous. We literally sat on stream on the web app for 30 minutes to an hour opening bronze packs, filling our transfer list with bronze players, and I made 50K like that. It was so easy. Another area for making coins kind of involves the bronze packs as well, but it revolves around objectives instead of SBCs. I don't think I can really look at objectives on the web app, but just to explain what the objectives are like, there are these transfer market mastery objectives where if you buy now a contract on the transfer market, you get 1,000 coins. There'll be objectives where if you buy now a certain amount of players off the transfer market, let's say 10 players, 15 players, 20 players, you get 1,500 coins. And then they'll also have the same thing for selling players. So if you sell a certain amount of players, 25 players, you get 1,500 coins. So because of some of these objectives, you will have cards, random cards on the transfer market selling. Contracts were ridiculous how much they were actually selling on the web app. And because of that, once again, the bronze pack method was a stupid easy way to make coins. If I remember correctly, last year with the FC25 web app, I just sat, opened bronze packs, sold a bunch of cards, but then also because of those objectives, I was going through and completing the transfer market mastery objective where I was buying players for 150 coins, selling them for 200 coins, buying players for 200 coins, selling them for 250 coins. Now, obviously, it's not a ridiculous amount of profit. It's a grind on the web app. The web app trading, stuff like that, it's a grind. It's not easy at all. But when you go through and you keep completing those objectives, you get another 1,500 coins and it keeps adding up. And all those coins added up can help you buy a pretty decent player that when the game actually releases might go up in price a ton. Another tip I want to give you guys is once this stuff dies down and starts to not really work, you'll notice when it stops working. Maybe your bronze players aren't selling anymore. Maybe your contracts aren't selling anymore. Whatever the method is, it will die down eventually. Once that happens, it gets really boring. It gets very stale. Don't waste your time grinding, trying to make 30 coins, 40 coins per card. It's really not worth it. I'd go touch some grass or go for a run. It is a waste of time. Now, one thing that will be fairly exciting is the web app releases on Wednesday, and what is Thursday? Every single Thursday on the game is Marquee matchups. Marquee matchups tends to have tradable packs. So because of that, we're going to have some opportunities to potentially make some coins. Are there maybe going to be some marquee matchup investments? It's possible, but it does tend to be one of the most obvious type first investments. They don't really move in price much. Just to give you an idea of what marquee matchups can be and how you could maybe make coins off of it is England Premier League. The week of the web apps marquee matchups, we have Arsenal versus Man City. That could easily be a marquee matchup game. A little tricky though, because also we have Liverpool versus Everton, the Merseyside derby. So could go either way. Holy crap, what a game week. We also have Manchester United versus Chelsea. That's crazy. But basically what you do for a marquee matchup investment like this is buy players from these teams that you think could be in marquee matchups. Just a heads up, only one from each league. So you're not going to have the Merseyside derby, United versus Chelsea, and Man City versus Arsenal. It would only be one from the Premier League. But you get my point. You basically buy players from those clubs and then they tend to get required in marquee matchups and then they can go up in price. But I wouldn't worry about that too much. I wouldn't expect any crazy rises. If anything, the cards rise in price before marquee matchups comes out on Thursday, and then they drop as soon as marquee matchup comes out because too many people invest in it. Now, once you have finished your journey on the web app, you're done trading, you're done opening packs, you're done maybe completing marquee matchups as well, you have coins now. What should you do with those coins? You got to be smart. Don't go and just blow it on some random cards trying to put together a team. It's a complete waste of coins and it's a waste of your time. You are going to want to try and spend your coins on players that are really good and should go up in price once the game gets fully released. For example, a card like Tio Hernandez, incredible. Everyone's going to want him. He's going to go up in price when the game gets fully released. But obviously, it's going to be a bit different because FC26, he's going to be in the Saudi League. But you get my point. A good card like Tio Hernandez, you're not going to want to buy a card like Gold Gabriel. The big name players, icons, Vinny, Saliba, Van Dijk, those big players just go up a ridiculous amount when the game comes out. Now, a little sneaky tip that if you get enough coins is crazy is icons and team of the weeks. For team of the week cards, it's really just going to depend on what team of the week one looks like. Obviously, the really good meta team of the week cards will rise, but it's always really interesting to see if there's a really good low budget team of the week option, because say there's a team of the week that's around 15K, maybe let's say 20,000 coins max. You can do a quick sell trick where you have 50,000 coins and let's say the team of the week you want to buy cost 20,000 coins. Let's just go through this real quick. So you have 50,000 coins. You want to buy a team of the week cost 20K, you can buy 2 of them. So you invest in 2 of them. That puts you down 40K. So boom, boom, boom. We're down at 10,000 coins now. But guess what? You can quick sell those team of the weeks. You'll get 10,000 coins back. So we quick sell those team of the weeks. That's 2 team of the weeks you quick sell. That adds 20,000 coins to your balance. Now you're at 30,000 coins. Guess what? You can buy another team of the week for 20,000 coins. So boom, minus 20K. Now you're at 10K. Guess what? You quick sell that team of the week you bought. You get another 10,000 coins. There we go. You have 20K, and then boom, you can buy the last team of the week. That's all your coins, and you can quick sell it again if you want to have 10,000 coins to trade with on the side. So you might be asking, why would you go through all of that? This doesn't make any sense. This is really only something you would do if there's a team of the week that is cheap, but also you think is a good investment and it would rise when full release comes out and all the good cards go up in price. So instead of only having 2 of those team of the weeks and 10,000 coins, you have 4 of them and 0 coins, or you have 4 of them and 10,000 coins, depending on if you wanted to quick sell that last one. Those cards then just sit in your quick sell recovery. And whenever you want, you just go to your quick sell recovery. You get 5 of them in total and you recover them for the 10,000 coins that you quick sold them for. And it's as simple as that. Again, it really just depends on what team of the week one ends up looking like and if there is a really good low budget team of the week investment option. But if that's the case, let's say a team of the week goes from 20K to 40,000 coins. If you had 2 of them, you'd end up at 80,000 coins. But if you do the quick sell recovery trick and you end up with 4 of those team of the week cards, you go from the 80,000 coins you could have had just from only 2 to having 160,000 coins. And that is why the quick sell recovery trick is so good to understand. And it doesn't just work with team of the weeks. It's also the same situation with icons, because icons quick sell for around their min price. So Petite right here, I'm pretty sure quick sells for 65,500 coins. So you'll see a lot of people, if they get enough coins at the start, they just go and buy icons for as cheap as they possibly can. And then they quick sell them and then buy another icon for as cheap as they possibly can and then quick sell them. Because if they are able to do that, and then when the game fully comes out and the icons go up in price, all those icons in their quick sell recovery, they can eventually recover and then sell them for more. This is one of the most elite trading methods for the web app. If you get enough coins and you get into a situation where you can use the quick sell recovery, it can really seriously jumpstart your account and help you get a ridiculous amount of coins if done correctly. And that's pretty much it for my guide on how to start the web app on FC26. Now, a couple things I want to say. I do have an Ultimate Team trading Discord. There's a free section and there's also a paid section where I post trading tips. I post investments daily throughout the entire year. If you want to join, the link for the Discord will be in the description down below. If you want to join the VIP section as well, it is $5 a month. Or if you subscribe to my Twitch channel, that will get you access to VIP. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free every single month and get into the VIP trading Discord every single month for free with Twitch Prime. Also, one last thing, I will be posting daily trading and daily investment videos here on YouTube for FC26. So if you want more tips like that, hit that subscribe button. And that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.